Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see, I'm sitting in the port right now. Um, I just had one of our guys in ICOP asked me a question about a ship, and that led to a couple of questions back and forth, and discovering that he wasn't very familiar with campaigns. So I wanted to take just a couple of minutes and kind of explain what campaigns are and why they're worth doing, and that they don't really take any extra time or take you out of your way. So from the port screen, right here, you can see campaigns. And if you're unfamiliar or you're maybe only a little bit familiar, I'll just kind of walk you through what campaigns are, how you complete them, and go over some of the rewards, because I think they're really worthwhile. This commander is one of the rewards, so can't recommend them enough. All right, so just click on the campaigns word that you see there, and that opens up this screen. Now you can see that over here I've got certain what are called tasks that are currently being worked on. Now I've completed all of these campaigns, but there are certain tasks in the campaigns that I didn't finish, and I'll go over that in just a minute. Now the honorable service is the one that I'm going to use as an example, the honorable service campaign. And the reward for the honorable service campaign is a Tier 6 premium Imperial Japanese Navy destroyer called the Shinonoma. It's a very fun ship. In fact, I posted a video about it sometime in the last month or so here on our YouTube page. And if you want to see what the ship's like and how it plays, you can just type Shinonome into the search bar on our YouTube page, and it'll pull up that video for you. But back to the task at hand, which is kind of explaining how this all works. So you can see I've selected certain tasks from, well, 2 of them are in Mission 4, Task 6 and 7 of Mission 4, and it's in a particular campaign. And then there's Task 3 of Mission 1 of a different section of the campaign. I'm going to go through all that and kind of explain it, but if you've got premium time, you can be working on 3 tasks at a time. If you don't have premium time, I think it's limited to 2 tasks at a time. But either way, you can just play your games the way you normally do, and over time you'll knock these out and get these great rewards. So I'll go over the rewards. Science of Victory, you get a week's worth of free premium when you finish that. Honorable Service, as I mentioned, you pick up the Shinonome and an 11-point commander. Yamamoto Isoroku, you pick up the Yamamoto Isoroku Legendary Commander, some credits, some Elite Commander XP, and a container there. And these Legendary Commanders they're really great. Hit hard, hit fast, hit often. That's where you pick up Halsey and also some other nice goodies. And the 5 Epics of the Navy, you pick up some containers, and then you can see that Epic 9, that's a premium camo that you can put on any Tier 9 ship that you have. I forget which one I put it on, but you can just pick your favorite Tier 9 Tech Tree ship, slap it on there, and then it'll be there, and you'll have that forever. Okay, so I was going to use Honorable Service as an example. So when you open them up, they're all going to look similar to this. There's going to be a map, and there's going to be kind of a trail along the map. And of course, someone had to come to the door just as I was getting this started. But rather than start over again, I'm just going to keep going. Thanks for bearing with me. So you've got these different points along the way of these maps. Each of these represents a mission. That's Mission 1, Mission 2, 3, 4, and 5. And each of the campaigns is set up in the same way. When you start, you'll only be able to work on Mission 1. So you click that, and this is what you see. Now you can see I've completed all of these, so when you open it up, none of these will be completed, and the final task won't be completed. But the goal here is to get stars, and when you fill in all these stars, that will open up mission 2. Now, how do you get the stars? Well, you complete tasks. Now, Wargaming doesn't really promote these campaigns at all anymore, and when they rolled them out, they didn't really explain it in great detail, but it's important to remember that you do not have to complete all of these tasks. I have over time, because I've been working on these since this thing came out, and that was 5 years ago, probably close to 6. But if, let's say, for example, we look at just task 1 here, cause 200,000 HP of damage to Japanese ships. Let's just say that you never play much in the way of Japanese ships, and you just want to be able to smash them. Just use task 1. Hit enemy ships with main battery shells 200 times in a single battle. You can see underneath it, completion criteria. It has to be with a battleship, cruiser, or destroyer. And you do not have to do all of these. If you wanted, you could do these 2 over and over and over again and get stars for each time you complete one of these until this is done. And I can't emphasize this enough, because a lot of people, and back when I used to pay attention to the World of Warships forum, when I think it was still useful, there were a lot of people who were under the impression that they had to finish every single one of these to be able to unlock mission 2. And some of these are ship type specific. Like you can see there, that's battleship specific under completion criteria. Battleship specific. And as you get farther along, that one's destroyer specific. And that's aircraft carrier specific. So if you're like me, if you're somebody who doesn't really enjoy aircraft carrier play, especially since they did the rework, this alone might be enough to make you say, to heck with that, I'm not going to even worry about these campaigns. But you don't have to do them. You see, I didn't do these because I didn't feel like doing them. I just did the ones that were fun for me and that that I wanted to be able to do. And obviously, since you need this many stars, I did some of these multiple times. And I got my stars, and I unlocked it, which took me to the last set of missions. And you can see I've completed these all, but I didn't have to. I could have done like the first 2, or number 3 and number 6, just over and over and over until I got my stars. And that's when you pick up your reward, which in this case is the Shinonoma. And since a lot of people aren't aware that these things really exist, we see it in the port. We see the word campaigns, but this is rarely explained. So I thought I'd take a few minutes, kind of step you through it, explain what it is, how it works, that you don't have to do every single task in order to unlock the next mission. As long as you can complete 1 or 2 of the tasks over and over and over again and get your stars, that way it will unlock the next set of missions. And the final prizes especially are very good. But I want to emphasize before we're done here that each one of these tasks has missions. Now, you only get these rewards for the first time you do the task. Each of these tasks doesn't have missions. Each one of these tasks has rewards. You only get the rewards the first time you do it, but still, some of these are pretty nice. You're picking up camos, in this case, and some signals. Now, they're all a little bit different. Each campaign has different things. There's a container there, another container. This one's a lot of containers. But really worthwhile. So anyhow, that's enough about that. I hope you found this informative, and I hope if you weren't aware of any of this stuff, that you're able to put it to work for you and get some legendary commanders and a new premium destroyer, along with some other things. Anyhow, that's it for me for now. Thanks very much for joining me. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.